burns underneath my skin. The water's rising all around me, and there is nothing left I can give. All these tears I shed, I saw the wildfire spread. You said you cheated time, but heaven was in my head. They say the good die young. No use in saying what it's done is done, 'cause it's not enough. And when the night gets light, it's like a brand new doomsday. What will be, will be. Every river flows into the sea, but it's never enough. And when the night gets light, it's like a brand new doomsday. No matter what they say, it's like a brand new doomsday. The embers still glow when I'm sober. The gold in the flame burns brighter now. I have to reveal, now it's over. Maybe now I'm lost, I can live. Souls don't break, they bend, but I sometimes forget. I have to do this for you, and the only way out is love.
I've been waiting for this night since it first was sprung into the idea. Tonight, Tokyo, Japan, Doomsday is where Father Ludacris is finally put to rest for good. We decided to come back for one time only to try to gain your power, to try to be the most evil thing here. Well, newsflash, Ludacris. Father Ludacris. You aren't even close to a threat here. And I've told you that way more times than you can count, because you know that I'm right. You know that you're jeopardy tonight. You know that your soul is going to be taken faster than you can come up with another little cryptic video to try to piss me off. I hope you understand that I was already ready to rip your head off when you first showed your cloaked figure in this business, because you're just a mockery of what the darkness really entails. And I'm not the only one that's gonna show that, because not only do you have to deal with me, you have to deal with the Fury as well, a man that is way more darker than even myself. And I can own up to that, because he can prove it himself. There are ways that myself and the Fury are equal in our wickedness and our dark agendas. But we both have different dark agendas. But the same one is tonight, and that is to silence Father Ludacris for good. He will have his fun, and so will I, because we will both feast on your soul. We both may even walk out with a fair share of your soul, because you think you have more darkness in you than you actually do, when really the only amount of darkness that you have is that much. Maybe not even that much. You don't even have a fraction of darkness in you. You just tried to make it so. So Ludacris, tonight, on behalf of the Cryptic One and the Fury, time to be put to sleep.
Ludacris. Here we are. power, the fury. Do you feel my charisma, my dark and dark? Let me tell you something, Ludicrous. You see, you've underestimated the power of See, you've underestimated what fury can do, what war can do. And see, as Doomsday is our Halloween, we events. Why? It is time for tricks and for treats for all you little boys and girls out there in BTB. The treat is real simple. Ooh, you can hear from the fury. The trick? This is the best one. This is the best one of all. The trick is on you, Ludicrous. For you see, the cryptic one, he's just in this match. He now is a part of a war. And the trick is on you. And after I lay you out with the epic events, when the cryptic one gets to 1, 2, 3, call to that pathetic group you call the forces of nature.
I told you the return of Father Ludicrous is here, and it has came here in Doomsday. Tokyo, Japan. Get ready for the curse of Father Ludicrous. Father Ludicrous has upgraded to a more fierce person here in BTB. Nobody wanted to take the original Father Ludicrous seriously. The new and improved Father Ludicrous is here. Like I said before, don't call dark side. When it comes to Fury, you butted in on something that you should have never butted in. It's time for you to learn what a real demon is all about. You want to come in with multiple personalities here in BTB. The only personality you have is a jokester, because that's what you are. You come out with wins after wins. It's not because of who you are. It's how you present yourself. Well, I present myself. What could be your future in my hand, all dried up. Soul has been taken away. Only thing is left is dry blood and bones from you. Never underestimate my wrath. You never have faced a real demon. This demon here will go above and beyond. Make the whole arena go dark as we speak. Lights flickering. You're not knowing what's going on. And all of a sudden, light goes back on. My hand is literally down your throat. You choking to death. Only thing you see is your soul coming out. And the soul is entering Father Ludacris, knowing that he has just cursed the Fury. The Fury, you're gone. Your history is disappeared. Now, when it comes to the cryptic one, you, my son, are new here. You could be cryptic all you want with cryptic messages and putting something over your face to hide your identity. But the identity you're hiding is the true color of you. As I've done to the Fury, I'm gonna be doing it to you, but in a different way. As soon as I leave you dried up in bones, collecting every single part of your soul with it. I'm not gonna make the river go dark. I'm gonna shed the light on you. I'm gonna have you burn in the ring of fire of Father Ludacris. Only thing I need to do is just grapple you by the throat and put you to sleep and have the light of the above shine down to you and burn you for being an imposter of who you are. Now, you have faced the true darkness.
Here we are, Doomsday, Tokyo, Japan. Rising Sun versus Kingpin versus the Bastard for the Native States title. I told you, Kingpin, never to show your face in Tokyo when it was my business. Now that you inserted yourself because you're here, I'm going to beat the ever-living hell out of you. Then I'm going to put you in a crossface and keep the promise I told you. I'm going to break your neck so you can't compete. And then I move on to the Bastard, the so-called king of the Native States division. The only thing you're a king of is being war's bitch. So, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to beat the living hell out of you, bastard. I'm going to throw you into that ring post. I'm going to demolish you while you're on the ground. Because I'm going to take my fist and go right for your face. I'm going to try to break your nose. I want to make sure you can't breathe out of it. Then I'm going to go back to Kingpin. Because when I keep beating him, I'm letting you get a little energy up. Because once you get that little bit of energy, once you start seeing the blood run down your face, I'm just going to run you into the ground again. I'm going to keep destroying everything until I see fit. Then I'm going to wrap the crossface on you. I'm going to make sure you start to choke out. Because once you start blacking out, you're going to have no choice but to tap or pass out. And if that's the case, I'm taking the win either way. Kingpin can't save you, and you can't save yourself. So at the end of the day, the Rising Sun's taking the Native States title home. And I'm going to keep my promise to you too. I'm going to take a photo with me and the title. I'm going to send it to you once you get back from the hospital from the Tokyo side. Because I'll be in the States. I don't want to stay here any longer than I got to. So I told you, you was never the king. You thought you was a king. But at the end of the day, I just made you a peasant again.
BTB. Here we are, Tokyo, Japan. Doomsday Native States Championship. Once upon a time, I was in the first Native Championship. Came up short. It's okay. We fast forward. We're in Tokyo, Japan. Doomsday. 3-way for the Native States title. Let me tell you this, bastard. I've been hearing you yapping all week that you're going to do this and this. I want you to look in these eyes. Behind these $1,000 frames. You're not doing a goddamn thing. You're not picking nobody up with a brain buster. Let's get this straight. You better get your weight up. Or you better get your boy from Brokeback Mountain to help you do this. Because coming hell or high water, you're not doing anything with a broken back. Because I'm going to pick your ass up and powerbomb you over the top rope through 2 tables. Then I'm going to grab Junior right by the fucking head. I'm going to hit him with a Western lariat right in front of Old School. I'm going to laugh when he's laid out. He looks at me. That Old School to try to jump the rail. Then I'm going to hit him the same way. That I'm going to come out victorious. Then I'm going to step on top of your goddamn head. I'm going to look down on you. And see what happened. Oh, you thought they were going to pick me up in the brain buster when you're laid out outside in wood and metal. Let's get this straight. I don't give a goddamn about war or the dead UVC. I am the Kingpin, and I'm here to win that fucking title. If you like it or not, you can kiss my ass.
BTV, what a battle here in Tokyo with the rising sun. I'm waiting for him to come and stitch me up because I told you boys that I'm your fucking champion. I'm the king of the Native States Division, and I brought you 2 both to Tokyo. I carried you all the way here. And you 2 attack me as soon as I get in the ring and take a steel chair and try to destroy me. But it didn't happen, boys, because you 2 just didn't have what it takes to beat me. But I do want to applaud you for your efforts. Bravo, Rising Sun and Kingpin, for your efforts to destroy the bastard before Halloween. But the Halloween joke was you 2 trying to be the Native States champ of the world, and you 2 just couldn't get the job done. You both come in, you gave us such a valiant effort. You really did. You 2 attacked me out of the gate, and I'm still standing. I thought you 2 was going to beat me, I really did. I thought you 2 was going to put me down, but you just couldn't get the job done. You really couldn't. And after I finally got my second win and I caught stride, I hit Junior with that damn spike hard punch and I threw his punk ass out of the ring. Then after that, Kingpin, I stomped your head in. I hit you with that brain buster, and Junior so valiantly crawled back in the ring with Daddy helping him push him in, and he pushed him right back into me, where I put his feet in the air and put Junior down with my earth-shattering brain buster. They probably thought Godzilla was back here in Japan with the rumbling of your head hitting that mat, Junior, to get that 3 that I needed to retain my belt. Because unlike you boys, I put out the work like I always do. I come 110%. I wasn't losing here tonight because like I told you, guys, that I am the king of this division and nothing changes. But you 2, I thought I was going to get a little more out of you. I did get a little blood on me, probably your blood, but it's okay because I want you guys to both know that you can't beat me any day of the week, and tonight was just proof why I am the king of the Native States Division, and there ain't nobody
I mean, nobody knocking me off of this throne anytime soon. And Junior and Kingpin, remember them brain busters for the rest of your life.
Bad ass. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm a bad ass. I'm a bad ass. I'm a bad ass. I'm bad. I'm a bad ass. I'm a bad ass. I'm a bad ass. I'm bad.
We're here tonight, Doomsday, Tokyo, Japan, in the Tokyo Dome, one of the most biggest arena in the world, holding more than millions of people waiting to watch badass Ludacris come out and destroy Stunning G. Stunning G, you think because I have beaten you once, you're gonna have redemption and actually beat me. You got it all wrong. I got you numbered. My power and my strength is too damn much for you. You have to understand. When I go in that ring, I'm just gonna pound you and pound you and pound you until I see that blood come out of you. And I'm just gonna go and take that blood that's all over your face, that's smeared, and I'm just gonna lick it to give me more strength. Because that's what the crazy, badass Ludacris does. And as soon as I see that you're so dazed, I'm just gonna go pick you up by that throat and go crashing down. Spine buster, straight to the mat. You're gonna be laid out. You're gonna be too much pain. I'm gonna go straight up to that top of the turnbuckle. 285 pounds. Straight, Ludacris coming splashing straight down to you. The fans is gonna be, oh my God, he is dead. Ludacris has destroyed what's left of Stunning G. Stunning G, you're not gonna come out alive tonight. Because as soon that splash is over and done with, and you're laid out, no, I'm not gonna pin you. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn you around and give you the stretch of the Ludacris clutch. You're going to be so knocked out, unconscious, that the ref has no choice to go, ring the bell, ring the bell. He's not responding. And new brass knuckles champion, badass Ludacris, the man that's crossed the river from you. I'm taking that title and I'm going to hold that title with so much pride, more pride than which you ever had. Remember, that 5 boroughs that you come from is going to come crashing down. All the buildings is going to come out and collide straight down to the floor. New York City is going to be demolished and devastated. Why? Because badass Ludacris has came in and destroyed you. Game over, Stunning G.
Bad ass. I'm bad. I'm bad.
Tokyo, Japan, the land of the rising sun, will never be the same. BTB, it's your brass knuckles champion. Stunning G, the faction represent. The day of reckoning has arrived. Doomsday is here. As Stunning G set to bury the legacy that is Juan Rosario. Badass Ludacris. The only thing ludicrous about you is you think you're gonna step into Doomsday. You think you're gonna step into Doomsday and take the Brass Knuckles champion away from me. You think you got what it takes to lead the way in the Brass Knuckles division. You come to the nation like you're some conquering hero. Well, I got news for you. You can say the most inspirational speeches that you want. But Doomsday is neither the place nor the time to play Superman, if you know what I mean. Because Stunning Gordioso's true potential has yet to be unlocked. I evolve with every promo I spit. Every match I have, I get deadlier and more dangerous. Every defeat I take, I grow more powerful. As for you, badass Ludacris, you stay the same. You see, here's a little story. You went from the dark side, Father Ludacris, joined the faction, got relevant, became Sir Ludacris. And ever since then to rights, ever since you got the W over Stunning G, now you think you're a badass. Well, let me tell you something, Sir, badass, Father, the rapper Ludacris, it doesn't matter. You see, when you step in the ring with me, a Gordioso stunner is all it's gonna take. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. But they don't fall. That's why Stunning G will chop and chop and chop till I get you down on one knee. Then I'ma ask you the question. Do you think you have what it takes to reign supreme in the BTB? You latch your coattails to greatness, but never tasted greatness for yourself. So badass Ludacris, I'm ready. And the bomb I'm gonna drop is gonna make Hiroshima look like a bonfire. And when I pull out the mic and drop it, you will know that Stunning Gordioso is at top of the Brass Knuckles division and will stay there. And with that being said, it is still the Faction 1.
BTB. You're probably coming out here and expecting the Filthy One. Well, I have some news. The Filthy One was laid out by the Cryptic One to claim the Light Heavyweight Championship. And so now, I grace you with my presence as the only way I know how, as part of the Gentleman's Club. Myself, the sophisticated himself, Tommy Ford, coming out here and enlighten every single person in here on why the Filthy One failed to accomplish why he accomplished thus far, and that is because that he had this large ego. He put it on his shoulder and he ran with it, and at the very end of the day, he failed. And so now you get me. And Cryptic One, I know you've been on a roll here lately as of late, but this is your first title defense, and it's going to be against me, and I'm about to show you and let you know and let you witness on why you're going to lose that very championship that you hold. See, the Gentleman's Club, they might have lost some gold, but we're going to get it back. And it starts tonight. It starts right now at this very moment here at Doomsday. I told One that I wanted my rematch to prove a point. And tonight's the night that I prove that against you. So Cryptic One, I hope you have everything ready out on the table. And I hope you bring everything because you're truly going to need it right after tonight. So I hope you come prepared. I hope you're truly ready for that task at hand. Because tonight is the night that I take you out and I take my championship back where it needs to be.
Well, Tommy Ford, the Filthy One, has come crawling back to try
try to take his trophy back home. And that's right. I said trophy because this is the trophy of your torture. This is the trophy of your embarrassment. This is the trophy of your failure. You failed to keep it on your shoulder when I stepped in the ring, and I told you, I warned you that that's exactly what was gonna happen. And did you listen? No. So that's why you came crawling back to try so desperately to take it back home. Well, guess what? It's not happening. Because now that I am the light heavyweight champion, I am top threat in this business. And I was top threat before I was champion. And you know that. Or do you? Are you still so clouded by your stupid ego that you can't think straight? Is that why you're here now? To be embarrassed again, to be humbled again, and to never be able to see the light of day again. Because the second that this bell rings tonight, I'm gonna do exactly what I did the first time, and I'm going to hurt you twice as bad. I'm going to hurt you so badly that you'll never want to come back for a third time. And that's the thing, because once I beat you again, you'll never be able to come back. You'll never be able to just relax anymore, because you'll realize that you were the failure that I told you you were. When this bell rings, I'm gonna give you the death clutch, and I'm gonna squeeze so tightly that you will never be able to see the light of day again. And when that bell rings, I am going to kick you several times with the blackout, to where you're not only your career blacks out, but your entire lifespan, your ego, and everything that you hold dear to yourself blacks out for good. Because let's face it, Tommy Ford, you are no match for me. And I have one more thing to say to you before the bell rings, because the second it does, you're done. It's over. Filthy one, Tommy Ford, run!
BTB. It's about time that I finally got back to where I need to be. It's about time that we finally get talent who's not offended so easily. It's about time that I come back. So my question to each and every one of you is, who's first?
There's a severe weather advisory, heading straight for Tokyo, Japan. As the force of nature, known as the faction, rains a shitstorm upon the BTB like it has never seen. There's gonna be 4 more bodies in the trauma unit, if you know what I mean. Farces of nature, or the forces of shit. Your time is up. You ran the 6-man division long enough, and it's time for the faction to take its rightful place as the supreme faction in the BTB. Cam Fury, I'ma bring the fury. I'ma show you what Stunning G is all about, cause every time you open your mouth, it's the same shit, different laxative, and quite honestly, I'm getting sick of it. So, the only instant replay that's gonna play is the beating the faction's gonna give you over and over and over as you lay in your hospital bed. And as for King Dot, that's exactly what you are to me, a dot on the screen, as I'm a black hole sucking you in. You hold yourself out for the forces of nature, so from this day forward, you'll be known as King Dot. And if you have anything to say about it, come see me, cause you know the pain I bring is unreal. And as for badass Ludacris, it seems we meet again. The beating I gave you earlier wasn't enough. So I'll be sure to whoop that ass and open another can of whoop ass on you for free when you meet me in the squared circle for the second time tonight. And as for Don Chico, you stay your ass on the apron. Stay your ass out the match. Because we have no problem paralyzing you and leaving you laid up with your forces of natures in the trauma unit where y'all belong. So when I make the quick tag to Jay and the coquito shake and the leg drop comes your way, y'all gonna know that y'all started some shit. Let them know, Jay.
BTB, as your boy, the sick one, gets tagged in by the great and stunning G, your Trash Numbers champion. It is time for the sick one to bring one of these SOBs from forces of nature, Mother Nature, Earth, Wind, and Fire, whatever the hell they call themselves these days. With that being said, BTB, it is time for a change. See BTB as being part of one of the longest running stables here, the faction that we all know and love. Your boy, the sick one, grabs one of these SOBs from the other side, brings them into the squared circle, and unleashes one of the greatest moves here in the great nation, the famous Puerto Rican leg drop. And as I hit him with that, whether it be King Dot, Camp Tourette Fury, or Father Ludacris, BTB, I will leave him in the middle of the ring. And as I step away, getting ready to tag my man, Gary Sack, so he can finish it off and bring those goddamn belts home where they belong. BTB, show ain't over. Let's go.
Like my brother J6 said, I get tagged in. I'm gonna finish this one out. Cam, I never liked you. And I hate seeing you with all that gold. But tonight, you're gonna leave Tokyo with one less strap. Because the faction's taking these belts. And now that I'm in the ring, I'm gonna stomp your face in. I'm gonna knock your teeth out. I'm gonna make you bleed. I'm gonna wipe your own blood up with your own face. And then Dot, I'm gonna bat you in. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna cripple you. I'm gonna knock that crown right off your head. And that strap off your waist. And Don Chico, like I said, you step foot in that ring, I'm gonna kick your head clear off. And Juan Legacy, I'm gonna beat you in. I'm gonna beat you in like the mutt you are. You think you're somebody? I'm gonna knock your ego down. I'm gonna knock it down into the gutter where your career is. Juan, you're gonna feel the soldier's creed when I bash it right up against your face. Forces of nature, your time as champs is over. Factions leaving Tokyo with them straps. And with that being said, still the faction won.
Tonight, Gary Sack. Tonight, Sean G. Tonight, Jay Sick. You didn't think that we would call your bluff? Meet the demands of the so-called underboss, Sean Gordioso. But not only are we here tonight to destroy, we are here to minimize the so-called faction. We will break them down to mere parasites. We are tycoon, shoguns of the BTV nation. And we stand parallel to the colossal Mount Fuji. We are senseis of the 6-man division. And you will bear witness to the greatest 6-man champions, the forces of nature. And tonight is mind over matter. And the mind will manipulate any foolish tactics from any of the faction. And just like the Astros crushed the Yankees in Game 6, we're gonna snuff you out in the New York Minute. In the Empire States, Golden Boys will never be the same. You will fall victim to dire straits. And only, and I mean only, divine intervention will save your fate, a fatality of the faction, of the hands, the almighty hands of the forces of nature. Doomsday! Doomsday! Doomsday. See, we came to Doomsday like the Yakuza to assassinate the faction. So as I stepped in the ring, I see Gary Sack laying there, scared, like a little smart mark that he is. So I begin to grab Gary Sack and I toss him against the turnbuckle. And I begin to go to town on his ribs, tendering up. And as I catch Sean Gordioso, I pick Sean Gordioso up and give him a Fury bomb straight to the mat. And as I catch Jay-Sick from behind, and I counter, and I pick him up, and I raise him straight to the sky, and I give him a suplex straight down to the mat. And all you can hear is the warden and his cast from the sideline screaming, please, please, don't destroy him. So I begin to grab Jay-Sick again, and I give him a belly to back suplex. Northern Light suplex. And I give him a tilted world DDT off the top turnbuckle. And as the badass Ludacris is on the outside of the ropes, screaming to get in, I begin to go to town on Sean Gordioso, giving him stomp after stomp. Like the little peon that he is. Because I am the Godzilla BTB. I am the prime competitor. And if you want to take these 6-man tag team championships from our bodies, you're going to have to go through Doom to do so. And as I pick Jay-Sick up for one last time, I gave him one more devastating Fury bomb on the back of his neck. And as he screams in pain, he realized that we are no mortal men, that we are the baddest men on the planet, that we are the forces of nature. And like a force of nature, we came to Tokyo, Japan to spread Doomsday and feast on the faction. Like a Tokyo buffet, because all we smell is sushi. And that smell of sushi is coming from none other than the faction. And as I extend my hand to tag in the badass Ludacris, Doomsday is upon the faction.
Faction. Tonight is the night that you guys face for these titles. This title here is so prestige for the forces of nature. But right now, I'm not going to be shining this right now. The title goes straight down and we're having a fight. I take on all three of you at the same time in the ring. Forget about the damn reps. I take you guys down one by one by one. The first thing I'm gonna do, Gary Sack, yes, I'm calling you out. I'm just gonna take you and just clothesline you straight down to hell. Pick you back up. Give you the tombstone straight down to hell, the Ludacris style. And as soon as I'm doing that, I'm just gonna throw you straight out the ring. Then the next person that's gonna come try running against me, oh, no, look who's coming. No. Jay Sick, you ain't gonna give me the elbow, Mr. Wannabe. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna duck down, flip you over, straight down to the mat. Then I'm gonna go run, and just gonna give you the one and only Ludacris Flash. You're gonna be there coughing. Blood's gonna be coming out of your mouth because the dead weight of Ludacris is gonna be on top of you. Then I'm just gonna pick you up, bring you back to the ropes, tie you up to the third turnbuckle, holding you by the throat, and jumping straight down, giving you the most powerful choke slam straight down to the canvas. And you're done with it. You're done because you're not getting back up. And guess who's left? The man that says that he's the underboss. Stunning G, you got nothing. You're weak. You brought your brothers in, and your brothers has been destroyed. Your brothers is gonna look after this match and basically say, you brought us to get defeated. Because as soon I'm done with you, the only thing I gotta do is just break your back. And by doing that, I'm just gonna go and pick you up and powerbomb you straight to that turnbuckle until you collapse to the floor. And I'm gonna give you the most biggest, the most devastating Ludacris clutch style straight up the throat. And the only thing you're gonna see is the blood coming out of your mouth to the back. Your body is done for. The ref is gonna basically say the match is over. From the faction, guaranteed. The forces of nature, me, King Dot, and Camp Fury will be still 6-man tag team champions here in BTB. Guarantee that. And at the end, we're the ones gonna be saying, faction 1.
As we come here to Doomsday today, the Mac has a couple of problems. One just like an infectious disease that you just can't get rid of, and he goes by the name of Omega. I don't know why he wants to keep riding my coattails. I know you're a fan, but it's getting a little bit ridiculous, don't you think? And every time you come on the screen, it's like, I'm not watching Michael Dwyer, I'm watching Michael Scott. And the Office reruns are playing over and over and over. And it's sickening. You know why you can't be a champion here in BTB? It's because you spend more time talking about everybody else than offering what you bring to the table. But I think you know all too well you don't bring a goddamn thing. Because you want to go back to this gatekeeper mode. And we all know it's nothing more than fictional. Nothing more than a fake superhero that you created in your head to try to capitalize on what you lack. And in the end, you're just going to go down like all the rest. And then my other problem, Cam Fury. I
can't help but look at him and laugh. Am I watching a comedy show? Because you're the joke of the year. So you can come on here and list all the moves that you're gonna do one by one on the Mac. But again, nothing more than fictional. Nothing more than a fantasy in your head of what you hope to happen tonight at Doomsday. When in reality, we know you can't hold a candle to what I do, in nor out of the ring. So why don't you sit back, relax, and let real promo artists do what they do best. Let real workmanship hone its craft and show you exactly what you lack. And I can't believe it. All fantasy when the real thing is looking you dead in your face. The Mac doesn't have to pretend. He doesn't have to make up stories like Omega and Cam. Because at the end of the day, you're just going to come out looking like a jackass. When both of you are looking up at the lights and you hear the announcer say, and your new internet champion, the Mac Daddy of them all. But like always, have a great day now. All right?
BTB, you know what I've noticed about Japan? I've noticed that Tokyo, Japan is no different than when Omega steps into any place in the US of A. It's no different when I step into Philly. It's no different when I step into San Antonio. It's no different when I'm walking around Kansas City. Omega has one objective and one objective only, and that is to kick ass and take names. So when I tell you that Omega is here to break the internet, Omega is here to take the internet championship away from Cam Fury. Take the hopes of ever winning the internet championship away from the Mac. I am telling you that I will bring relevancy to that title like never before. See, and you're wondering, Omega, why are you still in your chauffeured vehicle? Why have you not stepped into the arena yet? And it's simple. Because when I step out this car, it's a bomb dropping. And speaking of bomb droppings, it's like a repeat of Hiroshima. See, because when I step into that ring, those boys will not walk out the same. They will not walk out without complications. They may not even walk out at all. And I know you, Mac. We have history. And I know you're going to sit back and lie in wait for me and Cam Fury to go at it, to give it our all. And when one of us finally comes out successful, then you're going to try to sneak in, throw me out the ring, get a quick 1, 2, 3, and take that championship. But that will not happen again. Never again. See, because tonight, when you come to try to sneak up and throw me out that ring, I am going to hit you with a fist so hard it's going to leave you wobbly. And then I'm going to grab you and put you up for that Omega drop and bring you face first to the ground. And Cam Fury will see all of this and he'll think, now's my time to strike. Now's the time to go off the ropes and knock him down. But that will not happen. Because I got something a little special for you. See, there was this rise to ruin that me and my partner did. So Cam Fury, when you go off of these ropes, I'm going to throw your ass up in the air and catch you in the cutter so hard it's going to leave you asleep for the next year. I guess it's time for Omega to finally get out and whoop some ass. Omega.
As the bell sounded, all you could hear was the rapid heartbeats of the Mac and the Omega. Because they realized they was in the ring with the 6 foot, 250 pound prime competitor. And as all three of us stared at each other, they tried to double team me and take me out the picture. So I started to go blow for blow with the Mac and the Omega. Switch punch to the face of the Mac. Hard kick to the gut of the Omega.
And as the Mac stood there dazed, I grabbed the wife's cheek, Versace, and I tossed him over the ropes. And as I turned to the Omega, I grabbed the Steve Urkel Geek himself, and I wrapped my arms around his neck, and I gave him a running bulldog to the face. And as I rolled out the ring, and I picked up the Mac, and I gave him a devastating backbreaker across the knee. Then I dragged the Mac to the ring post, and I wrapped his arm around the ring post, and I snapped it like a Slim Jim.
And I wrapped his arm around the ring post, and I snapped it like a Slim Jim.
And as the Omega tried to creep me from behind, I countered, and I gave him a belly to back, straight to the Mac. Then I proceeded to step on the Mac's skull, and I watched his veins and his eyes pop out of his head. Then I proceeded to take the Omega, and I threw him against the guardrail, so he began to scream in pain. Give him a running clothesline straight to the crowd. Turning my focus to the Mac, he realized I was no mortal man. The Mac realized I was the big bad wolf, and he was the little pig. In the cheap Versace, in the cheap cologne. And I came for the Mac, and I grabbed around his neck, and then bam, DDT. And another one, DDT. And another one, DDT. And I picked the Mac up again, and another one, DDT. And as the Omega manages to climb back over the rail, I gave him a running missile drop kick to the face. Man down. Lifting the Mac. Lifting the Omega. Up on the announcer's table, I went to the top of the turnbuckles. And as I looked down, and as the crowd screams for destruction, I gave a flying elbow straight across the table. And as they laid there lifeless, I rolled the Mac, and I rolled the Omega into the ring, and I gave them the cover. 1, 2, 3. Doomsday! Because I am still your internet champion, King Phil.
Tokyo, Japan. Here we are in a foreign country, Glenn, and you're still talking the same shit you always talk. And you're probably going to tell everybody that you're so tired of having to have a match against the old school because I'm not deserving, that I don't deserve it. Well, listen, Glenn, the only reason I didn't go after your national title this time is because I didn't want nobody to bitch complain that I was getting too many title shots. And the reality of it all is, here in BTB, if the officials wouldn't be a bunch of dipshits and blind as hell, you would have already lost that national title to me the last time we met. Now, see, I'd say I'm a little upset, but honestly, you know, I can't even calm down with coffee today because I'm tired of every single time I've got a match with somebody in this damn place that every one of you want to say how you're better than old school, how you deserve it more than old school. But the true reality of it all is, ain't a damn one of you on my level. You never were, you never have been. I've been putting in the work even when I wasn't in BTB. So does it tickle my craw a little bit? Does it piss me off, Glenn? You know, it's truly, I'm tired of everybody just telling me that it's their organization. No, Glenn. BTB's always been mine. That's why they hunted me down and brought me back. You, now, on the other hand, you walked away for 2 days because you were pissed off, upset. And then you come back, and how the hell are you still a champion when you walked out the door and left? But that don't matter to me, Glenn. Chosen One. The true real deal why I'm here in Tokyo, Japan is to prove something to you tonight. That you're truly not a leader. That you're truly not the head of war. Because see, when I was in war, you were just that little boy in the back, still learning from greats like Jimmy and Eric and even Old School. And see, I've thrown a couple things here today because I'm highly pissed off in the BTB. Because all they've done is screw me constantly, over and over again. I get a world title shot, they take it away. Well, that's because they didn't want me to beat the champ. Then I have a match with you. You bluntly drop the championship, and they still call you the winner. So is it me, or is it BTB? Well, it's for you to decide, Glenn. And I really don't give a damn if the BTB gets mad at me and says this or says that. This is uncensored, bruh. I can say what I want, when I want. So here is what I'm going to say to you, Glenn, before I leave this promo and call it a day. I'm tired of the BTB's bullshit. I'm tired of them putting guys like you and some of the other guys here that, well, hell, you show up once a fucking month and you are a champion or you are special to BTB. Not today, son. I put in the work every day here in BTB. I show my face every day in BTB. And that's why I am BTB. But you, hell, when your leader finally shows his face and tells you the truth, you're the weak link of war. And that's exactly what I was told. So now that I came here in Tokyo, Japan, destroyed this whole room, all because of you, Glenn. I wish you the best, Glenn. Hell, I wish you everything that you ever wanted in life. But the one thing you won't get from me is the respect of being a great promo artist or a great champion here in BTB. Because truly, all you are is a mark. Hey, BTB, was that raw enough for you?
BTB. We finally made it to Doomsday, and I am telling you right now, I have been looking forward to this match more than I've looked forward to any other match in the entirety of my career here in BTB. You see, there has been one thorn in my side from the very beginning of BTB, and that has been you, Old School. You see, ever since we stepped foot in BTB, I wanted to do nothing more than to punch you right in your mouth. And I beat you once, and I get a second opportunity to dismantle you again, to embarrass you in front of the entire nation one more time in this no holds barred, anything goes match. You wanted this. This is your funeral, and I cannot wait to throw dirt on your grave. You see, we've had this back and forth for a little while now. We've been in separate factions together. Two different factions, War and the Union. You see, and each time I trusted you, and you did nothing but stab me in the back. Well, I'm not gonna let that happen again. This time, when I put you down, Old School, I'm going to do it for good. You see, I've said it before, you're an embarrassment to the entire nation. You're an embarrassment to your entire family. And I cannot wait to see the look on their faces when they see that I have sucked every last bit of breath out of their pathetic, sorry for an excuse of a husband and of a father. And I cannot...
Bien vu de l'homme du monde. Les uns en avancée. And even though none of you would understand what that means, I'm doing something exactly and special for you, Conceited. I'm getting up out of my throne so that you can see me. And I'm going to make sure that this night is the most special night that you've ever seen. Because tonight, you're going to get the full-fledged evolution of the man. That's right. It's Doomsday. And I'm going to bring down all kind of doom to you, sir. Not because our careers are just parallel, both winning tag team championships, both elevating competitors in the BTB, both elevating competitors in the BTB when we face each other. But tonight is the main event that everybody has wanted, and the main event that you've dreamed of all your career. You finally get to face someone like the man, the one who has the prestige, the one who has the pristine vocabulary that you could even fathom to imagine of facing one-on-one. Tonight I prove my worth against any challenge, let alone your challenge of debating that I am worthy of the World Heavyweight Championship. You've all lived in my world long enough for me to accept finally what I truly deserve. No longer will the man be selfish and give each and every one an opportunity. The man is going to be selfish tonight, just like your namesake, Conceited. And I'm going to take, that's right, take, just like Doomsville, that's taking everything. And that includes the World Heavyweight Championship. Conceited, you had to face the ultimate supreme in verbal assassination tonight. And you didn't have a chance to stand one-on-one, two-on-two with your best friend or not. Anyone in the BTB can see that the man finally gets to deserve what he's been longing for. And that's just the admiration and the respect of each and everyone in the BTB to prove and show that I deserve to lead you in this fashion. Tonight, and only tonight, Conceited, your ultimate challenge, just like in WrestleMania 18 when The Rock and Hogan went one-on-one with each other, can finally get to see what it feels like to have that atmosphere surround you and choke you to the point that you'll have to tap out to the man's atmosphere being so thick around your throat that you can't help but to ask, why did I have to face the man in his full evolution? Tonight, the man will have a great day. And I hope, for the BTB's sake, you understand why the man had to be selfish tonight and take his rightful place as being your new World Heavyweight Champion. Have a great day now. The man just did.
Kids, it's not your fault. You've been set up to fail in life. Throughout your whole life, you've been told stories of fairy tales like David and Goliath, like Jack and the Beanstalk, where the little guy rallied up enough courage to slay the Almighty. Unfortunately, that's not true. That's not real life, and that will lead you down the road of disappointment. Hence this tale. There once was a young man by the name of Chris, and Chris lived a very dissatisfied life. He lived in the township called Incompetent, so he decided to change his name to The Man, which was fitting because of all the incompetent imbeciles in his township, he was the biggest one of them all. But this did not satisfy his life. This did not quest his hunger, because he looked up the hill. Sitting on the throne was King Conceited, who had all the riches in the world: ability, strength, education, literacy, popularity, and production, and entertainment value, but the most important thing of them all, he held the gold, the BTB championship. So on that fateful day of October the 27th, Chris, the man, decided to trek up the hill, and he came prepared with his weapon of sloppiness. He took one swipe up the King Conceited, and his head was cut off. King Conceited did his family a very big favor. He sent them back down to the township of Incompetence, and he gave him a funeral. People forgot him forever because he was an absolute nothing. So listen to me, Chris, as I spit some true facts. We're friends, aren't we? We've chatted many times, text and video conference, about BTB and how we ultimately want to be aligned to make it the best organization in the world. And then our paths changed. As it ultimately rode to the top, you took the Gentlemen's Club and disbanded it and made it to a discouragement. Guys like Mark Maggart that tried to run for the gold and completely collapsed, scrapping with the top chef, kicking Conceited out of the international division, and now your failure here at Doomsday. It's been a complete joke. Now let me tell you something, Chris. The friendship is completely over because I can't take someone with your name and your value next to mine. It drops my value. So the next time you want to come into BTB and raise your present, you better send a note to my secretary asking for permission or for a hall pass. Because when you walk through the halls of BTB and you see Conceited's picture on the wall, when you see the fans raising their hands in praise when Conceited enters the building, you can realize about this one opportunity on October the 27th at Doomsday where that could have been you. Now go back to your life just being Chris, which is okay, but it's just not good enough.